Hey there, friends and enemies, JoPa here again, and today I wanted to give my first impressions of the updated crossplay open beta for the First Descendant, which just dropped today, and I've really enjoyed my time with so far. It is a significant improvement from the last beta that they had, in my opinion, and I think that bodes well for the future of the game. It is free to play, and as we've seen in past free to play titles, if they're able to stick with it, like something like Warframe, a game like that, then this game has an immense amount of potential. But there are some pros and cons that I wanted to go over with the open beta that I've seen so far that I just needed to touch on and talk about and kind of prepare people who might be thinking about jumping in themselves and give my thoughts. So first off, keep in mind I am playing on PS5. I have not really had a lot of hiccups, hitches, or graphic problems that I know people who are on PC with the optimization issues have had, and also last gen console I think is struggling a lot as well. People on last gen console just are having a really rough time, and I'm surprised that this game is even launching on those consoles, to be honest, because of the performance issues that they're having and because of how technical the game is. It's on Unreal Engine 5. They're trying to do a lot of really impressive things with the cutscenes especially, and so because of that, I know there have been just so many hiccups there, and that's been a major issue for last gen folks. But for me personally, I think that I've really enjoyed the game. The cutscenes have been very good for me. And again, on PS5, I've had very few issues overall, which is something that I know a lot of people can't say. And PC folks, I think it's been hit or miss. Some people are saying that it's fine once they get their settings right, and other people saying that their PC is absolutely struggling. But outside of that, let's jump into the actual gameplay, because there's a lot of things that have been improved upon since we last got hands on this game. First off, they've really updated the way you make builds. So you have your different characters who all have their own abilities, but outside of that, you also have ways to improve your abilities as well. You've got a reactor. This is going to provide skill boosts and attack power increases and skill power increases. Then you've got the auxiliary power, sensor, memory, and then processor. All of these are actually very interesting because they're going to provide like a flat rate for like defense or HP or something like that. But you can also get sets of these that actually provide a set bonus as well. If you're running 2 of the set, you'll get 1 bonus. If you're running 4, you'll get another bonus. So that's very nice because it provides a way to kind of combine these components in order to make a build really shine with several upgrades. With the reactors especially, what I like is that if you have certain weapons equipped, it's going to have an optimization condition, which applies additional skill power to that corresponding reactor. Plus, your reactor can match your character. For example, if I'm running Viesa, I can throw on a reactor that buffs my ice powers, which is, again, very nice, and I think that provides an interesting way to play the game and chase down those components that you're looking for. Then you've got your weapons. You have a ton of different options, SMGs, ARs, everything that you would expect. And from there, you also have mods that you can throw on as well. And you can mix and match these in a way that's going to really provide a bunch of different bonuses, from expanding the magazine, fire rate priority, mental focus, stuff like that, that's going to just make those weapons even better than the base form. You're not going to throw on a lot of those in the early game, but as you get in towards the end game, you're really going to want to take advantage of that to really find the weapon playstyle that you're really enjoying. For example, when I'm playing as Bunny, I'm running shotguns, I'm running SMGs, close range weapons, because I'm running in and out of danger really quickly. And so I'm going to really focus on that. And then you'll see on your weapon, you might have a bonus to chill attack. And that's going to allow you to not only use that weapon to use additional chill damage, but also you can throw on chill enhancement, which is going to make it even more chill damage. So there's things like that, combinations that I'm really enjoying, that I've really liked that they've expanded upon this, because it feels like there's a lot of ways to kind of make each character feel unique, and that's something that I've been really looking forward to with this game, because my bunny is not going to play the same as somebody else's bunny depending on what I'm running. Then you go down and you also have Descendant modules as well. These are going to allow for a bunch of different ways to play the game as well. So first off, you have things like a dual claw. This allows you to actually change your melee into a double claw attack. Think Wolverine, which I find very interesting and has really made melee weapons attacks or melee attacks more viable than they were instead of the base melee. So then you can throw that on. You can throw on Electric Master in order to really buff your bunny and have her running around doing way more damage. And so a lot of these things that you're able to toss on your character, and you have to be smart about which ones you do because you have a limited module capacity cost, which allows you to kind of really plan on which ones you want to run. You have certain modules that are specific to characters. For example, you have like a neurotoxin synthesis, that is exclusive to Freyna, and that will allow you to really search for those modules and find the ones that are going to fit the character that you're maining. And yeah, overall the build potential is insane to me. I'm really looking forward to this. There's so many things to mix and match, and it feels like compared to a lot of other looter shooters, there's a ton of things to chase, from weapons, modules, components, reactors, everything. And all of that will combine to really set up your playstyle the way you want to play that certain character. So I'm really excited about that. My favorite part of this game, enemy variety, much better than we've seen before. The missions are pretty similar. Like, the mission variety isn't crazy right now. I haven't jumped into a ton of dungeons. The bosses feel really nice. I do like that the bosses in some of the different activities really feel interesting. They provide different ways to play. The game, the difficulty scaling is pretty interesting as well, because in the beginning the game is super easy in my opinion, but it definitely gets much harder as you progress. Then you've got the Void Intercept battles. These are the giant, almost world boss looking things that you can challenge with 3 other players. Those are also very interesting to me because they are probably the most endgame-like activity that we're going to see in the First Descendant for right now. We'll also see dungeons from time to time, but overall those giant bosses are going to be the main type of endgame content that we're going to have in the game, and they're very interesting. They almost act like Monster Hunter bosses, where you got to take off certain pieces of the big boss in order to get it wounded. You're going to get certain components from that, and that's also going to be the way you're going to get components for your different characters that you're going to unlock as well. So overall, I think that's a very exciting part of the game. I hope mission variety, dungeon variety, and all that kind of stuff enhances as we get to full launch of the game. But for the beta, I don't think it's that bad, and I actually enjoy it quite a bit. I like a lot of the animations. I like the gunplay feels significantly better than it did in the previous version, in my opinion. I think the game is just way smoother. The movement, the grapple, the gunplay with the different weapons, all of that is better. I want more variety in some of the things, like I said, with the missions, but overall, I think the voice acting for the English-speaking voice acting needs to be improved upon, and some of the grammatical errors in the game are kind of funny. You can tell that it's not really optimized for English speakers necessarily. There's a lot of issues there that I think can be improved upon, touched up before full launch, but that's a minor issue for a lot of people, especially those looking to really dive deep into a looter shooter. But overall, I'm enjoying the game. I think this is one that everyone should try out. It is free to play. Doesn't hurt to just download and check it out. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. My name is Jopa. Like the video. If you want to see more the First Descendant content from me going forward, I'm definitely be covering the open beta as we progress. But subscribe to the channel. Helps me out tremendously. My name is Jopa. I hope you have a good one, and I'll catch you all later.